in the bottom right corner, we have playing for Storm Gaming, Midnight. You can do the introduction for the next one. Yep. Standard play, mirror build so far. We've got Midnight here going for a hatch first, opting on that. Sometimes not the safest option in a ZVZ, but here we have Gladius doing the same thing, going for a hatch first as well. So this is going to work out fine, and they're doing the same builds. So we'll see how this plays out. OV's floating to very similar positions at this point in the game too. And we've got a pool going down for Midnight and a pool just a little bit later for Gladius here. Gas going down at similar times. Absolute mirror builds to this point. So when it gets to situations like this, it's going to come down to the micro of units and how cost efficiently they can trade their units. Got the drones on gas. Want to be getting that speed as fast as possible. CVZ is a very back and forth matchup sometimes when it comes to the Ling Bane Wars. Always comes down to sometimes who's got the better micro in that game. Especially when it comes down to mirror builds in a mirror matchup. Queen coming out here, halfway done for Midnight, and halfway done for Gladius as well. Speed's on the way for Gladius, and we've got speed on the way slightly later for Midnight here. A slightly later speed's not going to really change anything, because by the time Gladius gets there with any lings, Midnight will have his speed of his own. Hitting injects. I really like what they've done, how they've changed it to being able to stack injects. So once your queen gets higher up in energy, it makes it more interesting for ZVZs. Midnight attacking this Overlord here, and then hearing quite a bit of vision for Gladius. He's not going to be able to see how many lings he's got going, how many drones he's got on that mineral line, so he's playing blind a little bit here. Gladius injects about to come up. But Gladius is droning. He's not looking like he wants to be overly aggressive here. He's just playing the pretty stock standard macro game, wanting to get that econ up so he can really tech up and try and get that upgrade advantage. Midnight here looking like he wants to go for a bit more of an aggressive sort of style. Having his Baneling Nest pop up, almost speed done, and he's got a few more lings here. Gladius having similar amount of lings and going for an earlier third. I wonder how this third's going to pay off, but I think Midnight with that Overlord saw the drone going to the third. Similar amount of lings here, and it's going to be a pretty even fight. Midnight going to cancel this third of Gladius. It's not too much of a deficit though, because Midnight doesn't have his third up yet. Gladius having Banelings made, and Midnight having Banelings made. This is really going to come down to a lot of micro. We'll see how these players. Gladius coming in with the Banelings, or despite even ling count. Let's see how the Baneling hits go. Midnight going straight to the mineral line with his Banelings. Do they see how many kills this is going to get on the worker line? 7, 8 worker kills there for Midnight. It's really going to help him out in the long run. See Gladius countering with his own bangs and lings of his own. He really wants to get damage done here after taking quite a few drone hits there. But Midnight's prepared. He's got a nice wall off here. He's got Banes of his own. I can't see a lot of damage getting done with this. It just depends on how well. Oh, 2 Banelings took out 4 Banelings of Gladius. That was really cost efficient for Midnight here. Lost a few too many lings there. That was a nice trade with that baneling for Gladius. Gladius macroing back up, getting his Roach Warren up. We see Midnight's had his Roach Warren for quite some time now, and he's going into Spire Tech. So he's going to have muters, and Gladius doesn't even have his lair right now. And Gladius doesn't see this, so how's he going to respond to these muters if he doesn't see them? He really needs spores down. Midnight coming in. There's no lings to defend this. He's going to get quite a bit of damage done with these lings. Takes out a queen. Takes out more drones. More drones. Oh, these roaches pop. These roaches are going to be able to hold and defend this, but we'll see how much more Gladius loses to this. There's another drone down. And another one. There's 4 drone kills just to those lings. And Midnight sitting at home, taking his third. Playing a really relaxed game here. And Gladius is just trying to play a game of catch up. Like, he's just down on the drone count. He's nearly 20 workers down. At this point, it's really hard to catch up, especially when your opponent has a tech advantage. This Spire's just popping up now, and he's going to be able to wreak havoc with those muters. He's going to be able to kill map vision. He's going to be able to stop third bases, any attacks coming. Hard counters these roaches. Gladius is really going to have to hit a timing here, and Midnight's just getting roaches of his own to prepare for this. Be interesting to see if Gladius can get some damage done here. But I just can't see much getting done. He's got the worker advantage, the third base, the home advantage with having the lava ready to pop out. He's going to have muters here soon as well, just to defend this. Similar roach counts. It's pushing Gladius back. Gladius couldn't get much done there, and he's really just got to push for this, otherwise it could be game over. Midnight really pushing for that roach count. He's getting it up just so he doesn't get caught off guard and lose just purely on the muted count, because he doesn't have a lot of muters here. And if he doesn't have a lot of muters, the roaches can do a lot of damage if your opponent doesn't have many roaches of their own. But it's looking like Midnight's going to hold quite comfortably here. Got 5 muters as the DPS. Got his roaches out. Got some lings. I think he's going to have this pretty comfortably. He's going to have no trouble holding this attack. Got that extra DPS with the extra units. And he's still 17 workers up. Got that third base saturated, and he's looking pretty comfortable. Gladius struggling a little bit here, and was really hoping to get damage done with those roaches. We'll see if he taps out after that engagement. He's starting to drone up his third, but I just think it's too far gone, and GG's called.